Old tools can be deceiving. On the face of it, this old spoke shave is clearly an old record number A151, but if you take another look, the handles aren't the normal record blue or red, which the A151 usually came in. So what have we here? This is actually an old Stanley no. 151 with a recorder cap iron, with the big clues being the colour, the handle shape and the Stanley logo on the blade. So now that mystery's solved, we've got ourselves an old Anglo-American Frankenshave to restore. Today we're giving this old relic a fresh paint job and tidy up, whilst keeping some of its old character. First we need to get everything stripped down to get a better look at what we're working with. With the cap iron off we can see the Stanley Sweetheart logo on the blade, which dates this to between 1923 and 1932 if the blade matches the handle. With all the screws and studs removed, it's time to get to work stripping the paint. To remove the old paint and rust, I'm using a wire wheel attachment in my drill. Make sure to wear a mask and goggles for this, as it probably isn't the best to breathe this 100-year-old Japanning dust in. When I use the wire wheel on the painted parts, I'm not trying to get all the paint off completely, just enough to create a smooth, stable surface for the fresh paint. With the handle stripped back, I moved on to cleaning off the other parts. With some of the smaller and flatter parts, I also gave them a quick finish off on some abrasive pad. I thought it was quite strange that this small screw on the cap iron was made of copper, not something I'd seen before. Next we're on to painting. For this I've got some Hammerite smooth black paint. I'm just painting this on with a paintbrush, being careful not to get it in any screw holes. The being careful part didn't go too well though, since I did manage to get a small blob down one of the holes, but luckily with a bit of a wipe out, I was still able to thread a screw down there afterwards. This got 2 coats of paint, leaving it overnight between coats. If you've enjoyed this video so far, leave a comment and like down below, and subscribe for more restorations like this in the future. Anyway, back to the video. While the paint was drying, it was time to give the blade a quick sharpen up. Here I'm using a diamond stone, starting with 400 grit, then moving to 1000 grit, and finishing on a leather strop with some green buffing compound. I like the diamond stones as there's a bit less preparation over something like a water stone, and they tend to stay pretty flat as well. I'm just using a bit of water on the diamond stone as lubricant and making sure to give it a good dry off afterwards so they don't go rusty. The last thing to do on the handle is give the bottom a quick flatten on some sandpaper. This only took a minute and also removed any paint I accidentally got on there during the painting process. With everything cleaned, sharpened and painted, it was time to get it reassembled to see how we'd done. I thought it turned out pretty well, and I know the paint doesn't match the original Japanning, but for me it provides an easy to apply functional rust barrier for the future. So let's see how well it performs. Well, it performs a lot better if you actually manage to get the blade the right way round. And there you have it. An old relic has been given a new lease of life and made fully functional again. I wonder if this old Frankenshave will catch someone out in another 100 years' time. If you like this restoration and want to see more woodworking and tool videos, subscribe below.